Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome you all again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School, Taif, Saudi Arabia. Dear students, as you know that this is Pakistan International School, Taif virtual class for class 10th students, subject computer science, and today is our 14th lecture. Teacher name Imran Ahmed. In the previous lecture, we were discussing the extensive large question answer of chapter number 2, and we have defined already question number 6, which was what are the rules for specifying a variable name in C language. These are the rules already we have discussed in very details, and if we use any kind of variable in our C language program, so we must keep that rule in our mind to declare a simple variable. Next question was what is the difference between implicit? Today is our topic. Already we have discussed this question in the short question answer. Over here we will do the simple example. What is the difference between implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting? Give example of each. What is the difference between the implicit typecasting and explicit? We have already discussed the typecasting. The meaning of typecasting is whenever we will convert is any kind of data type to another data type. For example, if we want to convert the integer data type variable into float or character, then we use the type. This process is known as typecasting. For typecasting purpose, there are two methods or two types of typecasting we can use. One is implicit typecasting and another one is explicit typecasting. So what is implicit typecasting? Implicit typecasting is performed automatically by the compiler. So we no need to change anything. Automatically compiler perform the implicit typecasting without programmer intervention. In this type of typecasting, the compiler converts all operands into the data type of the largest operand. So which one is the largest? Automatically compiler will convert that. For example, if the float is the largest, so compiler will convert into float. If integer will be larger than integer, it will convert into the integer. For example, the program given below compiler converts the sum of two float numbers to an integer. In the previous lecture, I told you keep the table in your mind, integer and integer. Result will be integer. Integer and float result will be float. Float and float result will be float. For example, 2 plus 2. 2 is an integer, another 2 is an integer, result is 4. So 4 is also an integer. So integer, result will be integer. Integer and float. Let's say 2 plus 2.5. Result will be 4.5. So combination of integer and float result will be float. And float result will also be a float. For example, 2.5 plus 2.5. So answer will not be a 5. Answer should be 5.0. So 5.0 is an in float value. Over here in this example, sum of two float numbers to an integer. I told you float and float result will be float, but this program implicit typecasting will convert that program into integer value. How? Keep in mind, whenever we will write a simple program in IDE, so it will convert, this program will start from the header file, which is stereo.h. So how can we write? First of all, we write the symbol hash include stereo.h. This stereo stands for standard input. standard, STD standard. IO stand for input output and H stands for header. This header file is used for the printf function. We will discuss in very detail when we use the printf function in the next chapter. There are many things are present. So over here, void main void, void main void. So main is the function. What is this word void and void? It means that main function will not return an value. This is of type return and this void is of type passing arguments. This topic contains the chapter number functions, which were functions. When we will discuss the function, I will discuss it very detail. This word void and this word void over there. So whenever you will start any program, these two things, main function and stereo.h, will be present in your all of C programs. Now this is the opening brace. Why keep the structure in your mind? How can we develop the C program? Now declaring of variable. Watch here, keep the rules of variable in your mind. Value 1. So this one is a single variable, value 1, although there are 6 characters are used, but this one is a single variable. And all the rules are applicable, and I write the value 1. The value 1 is the float value. Watch here, I assign a float value 2.5. Another float variable. Float means all the time this value 2 variable or value 1 variable having the value or constant value which will be float. So this one is 5.3. Now I take the result as integer. Take the result as integer. Now result is also variable of type integer. So result is equal to value 1 plus value 2. Value 1 plus value 2. It means that it will add, when we will add, its result should be like this, 7.8. Now 7.8 result, this variable must have the value result 7.8, but over here, watch here, we declare result as an integer variable. So this result will take the integer portion of the result, which is 7. So it will ignore zero point 0.8, it will not be counted. So its answer should be 7. How? Printf. Now, how we develop or how we show our program output using the printf function. This printf is the built-in function already defined. Its definition linker will link this printf function with the stereo.h. Now this result is the message. Anything which is enclosed within double inverted commas is known as message. Double in the printf function within double quotes we can use three things. Number one, message. Number two, format specifier. And number three, escape sequence we can also use in the printf function as well. So within double quotes, watch here, one quote is over here, another double quotes is over here. In between these double quotes, we use message. This one is the message, and this one is the format specifier. Keep in mind this format specifier %d is used for the integer. If I want to show the float variable value, so I will use %f. If I will display the character variable, so we will have to use a %c. Now this is the same variable which we have declared. Int result. Watch here the name result. So this result over here, result containing the value which is 7. Why 7? Why not 0.8? 7.8? Because integer result is an integer variable and it will hold only integer part, not will hold. If I make this one float, then it will show me 7.8 and I will write results percentage f. But over here we are using result is an integer variable and it will show us the value. It message should be like this: result full colon instead of percentage, where the percentage d will be present. This variable will put that value which it have to that format specifier. So its answer should be like this: result full colon 7. Result will be, so its answer will be result percentage 7. So this one is known as implicit. We did nothing, only compiler use the implicit typecasting. Typecasting means it convert the float value into the integer value. This is the implicit typecasting. Now next is explicit typecasting is performed by the programmer. Now we will convert. In the previous example, compiler convert the implicit typecasting into implicit typecasting automatically, but over here in the explicit typecasting, we will do ourselves. The programmer explicitly defines the data type in the parentheses before the variable or the expression as follows. So how can we use the explicit typecasting? First of all, in the parentheses, we will write any type, and this type could be integer, could be float, or could be character, which we want to convert. Now over here there is expression, any kind of expression. For example, 5 divided by 3. 5 divided by 3, if I write integer, so it will convert this one into integer. If I write the float, so it will show me the float value. If I write over here character, then it will show me the ASCII character of that value, which is after the solving that expression. For example, in this program, the given below, the programmer converts the division of two integer numbers to float. Division of two integer number. Hash includes same statements which I write. In the previous example, I will use same over here. Hash include stereo.h. Again, main void. Keep in mind, C is highly case sensitive language. You cannot use a capital letter for the built-in function. Watch here, void, all the letters are small. Main, the letters for the mains are also small, and within the parentheses you will write a void also. This one is also small letters. So this one is main function. Main is the starting function of C or C++ program. Keep in mind, main function is the starting function. All of your program will also will be started from the main function. Now over here we use another variable value 1, and this value having the type integer. It means that in the program, if I use the value 1 variable, we will use the for that variable pasting integer value. So for value 2, this one is also an integer, and we assign a value 7. Now float is the result. Float is the result. Result is the variable of type float. So result is equal to value 1 divided by value 2. So 30 divided by 7, what will be the result? So automatically I told you integer, and integer result will be integer, but it will gives us the full division value. So it should be 4.5 like this one, 4.3 or 4 like this one. So watch here, we convert the any variable, this variable into float after solving the expression. When the result will be integer, it will make or it will convert that result into the float value. And how we use the printf function? Watch here, printf. Printf means function. Same, within double quotes we use the result. This result is the message. It will appear on the message, and is now here format specifier. Which space format specifier I use? Percentage f. Why I use the percentage f? Why I didn't use a percentage d? Because now the result, this variable, This variable is of type float and it will show me the float value. So this is called the explicit typecasting. This one is known as the explicit typecasting. Now we have write, it means the programmer have write the explicitly the mentioned typecasting process. Next question, what is preprocessor? Give example. What is preprocessor? Give example. Preprocessor directives. Preprocessor directives are instruction for the C compiler. They are the instruction for the C compiler. Every C language programs contains certain preprocessor directives at the beginning of the program. These directives start with number sign. Keep in mind all the time, not a parenthesis, only number sign will be used. Not a parenthesis, just to show you, we use the hash symbol. Anything, any letter, any word which start with the hash symbol, it means that this one is known as the preprocessor directive. Or we can also call the include directive, or we can also call the next name is libraries. So this one is also known as a preprocessor directive. So the most commonly preprocessor directives are include and define directives. Two kinds of, you can say that the mostly two kinds of directives we use in our program. One is include directive and another one is define directive. In include directive we mostly use in all of our programs. How can we use? Watch here, the include processor directive, it has the following syntax. First hash symbol, this symbol hash number sign. After that you will write the reserved word include, and after the include less than symbol, then name of the header file, and when you will write the name of header file, then you will close the greater than symbol. So this is the general form for the include processor directive. Watch here in this program example how I use. I told you in every C language program you must place this include directive. Why? Because this is the library and linker will link this printf function with the this kind of library. So hash include stereo.h. Stereo.h means standard input output dot header. Why I use this library? Because this function printf function use for the definition of printf function is present in the stereo.h. That's why I use it. So this one is known as the include directive. In the above program, the header file stereo.h is used. It tells the C compiler to copy the stereo.h header file into program. The stereo.h header file stands for standard input output header. This one is the one header file. Next, the define preprocessor directives. Define preprocessor is used for defining constants, that is symbolic constants. In C program, it directs the compiler to replace all the occurrence of one or more variable in the program within the specified constant. How we will use? Let's say the value of pi is 3.147, 141 or 147, whatever the value of it is. Keep in mind there is no symbol in the keyboard, or we cannot use a symbol pi symbol. So we write the word pi over here. It has the following syntax. It also start from the hash symbol, and define is the reserved word, like include is the reserved word, define is then the symbol, any kind of symbol, then you can write any value or expression. Example, watch here, hash define pi 3.141. Now, what is the purpose of this? When how many times I use the word pi, it will replace, compiler will replace the pi into the value of 3.141. So automatically compiler will replace how many times I will use this word pi, capital I use. Keep in mind, if you will use the small pi, then it will be the different variable. But I use the pi for capital. So whenever I will use this variable in my program, how many times I will use, so compiler will automatically replace 3.141 with the pi, this one symbol. Here, symbol is valid C variable name, symbol is valid variable C name. Watch here, instead of symbol, we use this is the general form. So this is the valid variable. And it is by convention written in the uppercase. So you can also write the lowercase, but mostly predefined symbols are used for the uppercase letters. An example of predefined preprocessor directive is given below, like this one example I already. So you can use this one as well. This preprocessor directive tells the compiler to replace all the occurrence of the variable pi with the value 3.141. I told you before that how many times you will use this word in your program. So compiler automatically replace or take the value, not a replace, take the value, which one is 3.141. So this is the implicit and this is a preprocessor directives. Which one question was, what is preprocessor directive? You can also then say that libraries, this is also a library, or prototype, this one also known as prototype. So give examples. So preprocessor directives have preprocessor directive. There are two kinds of preprocessor directives. We can also use include preprocessor directive, and next one is predefined percentage defined preprocessor directives. Over here your chapter is complete. We will check tomorrow if some topic is missing or some topic is remaining. So we will do the next topic. Otherwise we will start the next chapter, inshallah. To next tomorrow we will explain the next topic. Till take care of yourself. Pray for me, pray for all Muslim. Allah Hafiz.